The first breath of scent. Long before perfume was bottled in crystal flacons and sold in gilded shops, it was born from smoke, earth, and prayer. The word itself comes from the Latin perfumum, through smoke, for the earliest perfumes were not liquids but offerings. Leaves burned, resins melted, oils crushed from flowers, all releasing their invisible spirit into the air. Perfume was not luxury, it was a bridge. A bridge between humans and gods, between the living and the eternal. Imagine an ancient temple at dawn. The air is heavy with the fragrance of frankincense, curling upward like whispers to the heavens. Priests move slowly, their hands lifting censers that glow with embers. This was the first perfume, an invisible prayer carried by scent. Egypt, fragrance of the gods. No land embraced perfume like Egypt. To the Egyptians, scent was divine, a gift of the gods themselves. They anointed their statues of Ra and Isis with oils pressed from lotus, myrrh, and frankincense. The wealthy carried cones of perfumed wax on their wigs, which melted slowly in the desert heat, releasing fragrance throughout banquets. Perfume was also eternal. Pharaohs were buried with alabaster jars of scented oils, meant to accompany them into the afterlife. Cleopatra, queen of Allure, was said to perfume her sails so that even before her ship touched shore, Rome could smell her arrival. For Egyptians, perfume was not simply beauty, it was immortality captured in scent. Mesopotamia. The perfumed flame. In the cities of Mesopotamia, temples burned incense day and night. Myrrh and cedarwood rose from the ziggurats, carrying prayers skyward. Perfume recipes were recorded on clay tablets, some of the earliest written formulas in history. Kings believed that fragrance could bring favor from the gods, and so entire caravans traveled with resins and spices for offerings. For ordinary people, oils mixed with herbs healed the body and protected the spirit. The air of Mesopotamia was perfumed not only for worship, but for well-being. In every drop of oil lay both medicine and magic. Greece, perfume of myth and beauty. The Greeks inherited the secrets of perfume from Egypt, but they transformed it into poetry. Scent was tied to the gods. Roses for Aphrodite, laurel for Apollo, myrtle for Demeter. To wear perfume was to invoke the divine essence of a god or goddess. Greek athletes anointed their bodies with aromatic oils before competition, not only to protect their skin but to honor the gods of strength. Brides perfumed their hair with saffron and herbs, calling upon love and fertility. Even philosophers wrote of fragrance. Theophrastus, the father of botany, studied how plants gave up their scents. Perfume, for the Greeks, was not only sacred but sensual. It stirred desire, crowned victory, and even accompanied death, for bodies were wrapped in fragrant oils before burial. Rome, the scent of power. If Greece loved perfume, Rome adored it with abandon. No empire consumed fragrance more lavishly. Romans bathed not only in water but in perfumed oils. Their fountains sometimes ran with rosewater during feasts. Nero, emperor of decadence, was said to have showered guests with petals and sprayed halls with saffron mist. Perfume became spectacle, a sign of wealth, luxury, and empire. Caravans brought cinnamon from India, frankincense from Arabia, roses from Persia. To wear perfume in Rome was to wear the world itself. Yet Rome also gave perfume permanence. Glassblowing, perfected in the Roman era, allowed perfumes to be stored in bottles, carried, and traded widely. What began as temple smoke became personal luxury. Subcontinent and China, perfume is spirit and harmony. Beyond the Mediterranean, fragrance blossomed in other great civilizations. In subcontinent, sandalwood, jasmine, and rosewater became essential in Hindu rituals. Scent marked the body, not only as adornment but as purification. Ayurvedic texts described how oils balanced the mind, body, and spirit. In China, incense was the highest art of fragrance. Burning agarwood and herbs was meditation itself, a way to align with the Tao, to calm the heart, and to open the soul to wisdom. Scholars burned incense while writing poetry. Emperors used it in ceremonies of power. Perfume in China was harmony, an invisible balance of the universe. The legacy of ancient perfume. From the deserts of Egypt to the temples of India, from Greek poets to Roman emperors, perfume has always been more than scent. It was offering, medicine, love, power, and prayer. Ancient civilizations did not wear fragrance to impress one another, they wore it to touch the divine. Today, when we spray a perfume, we may think of it as fashion. But in truth, each drop is history. Each fragrance we carry is a memory of incense in temples, oils in palaces, and petals crushed in sacred rituals. Perfume, like love and faith, has never been only surface, it is the soul, distilled.